All right, people. I just want to do a quick video here talking about Vince McMahon because I saw he made an appearance in this TMZ documentary. First off, he looked like shit. Like, who the fuck did this guy's makeup? And you see this a lot with older people where, they're getting older, they're getting wrinkles, gray hair, whatever it may be, and they use hair dye, they use makeup, they use all these artificial things to make themselves appear younger, and it always ends up making them look like shit. When the people that just age naturally look so much better. Like, besides the makeup, I didn't think he looked bad. I mean, the guy's in his 80s, so I don't expect him to be looking all spry and shit. But whoever did his makeup really made him seem like he looked like he was embalmed or something like that. But anybody that uses all these artificial things to like make them appear younger almost always makes themselves look worse with plastic surgery, whatever it may be. So I think whoever did his makeup needs to be fired, or whoever recommended that, needs to be reprimanded in some way, because it really made Vince McMahon look bad. When for his age, I never thought he was like that bad or out of shape. People were dogging on him for botching that stunner a few years back, but again, he's an older guy. But I really wanted to talk about one of the things that he said. Was he was really dogging on Triple H for WWE in general too, for the way that they handled Hulk Hogan's last appearance in WWE, where he really just came out and really did anything. And I say Vince McMahon is correct in that. Like, when you have a star like Hulk Hogan, you should have featured him in the show a little bit more. If you're gonna have him appear, have him be in a segment with somebody, have him do something as opposed to just come out and stand on the stage for a little bit. So Vince McMahon is right in that aspect. But, he's really one to talk. Like, he presided over some of the worst years in WWE history, some of the worst storylines in WWE history, some of the worst gimmicks in WWE history. You could just go down the list of retarded-ass gimmicks that he presided over. Around like the 2011, 2012, 2013, there were just so much shit where you were watching it and you were looking at it like and asking yourselves, like, this must be intentional. They must be trying to make this shit like bad. They must be torturing, like, he must be torturing us on purpose. Who could remember like Brodus Clay or Lord Tensai? All these just and so many more. Like, there's so many you can't even name them all. So Vince McMahon's out here criticizing WWE, but he presided over one of the worst eras in wrestling history. And yeah, he did a lot for wrestling, no doubt about it, in the 90s and the 2000, the early 2000s. But it's a mixed bag, because he also really, all that shit that he helped grow, he also helped tear it down in a way by really fucking up WWE, by bringing in the PG era, by bringing in John Cena, by doing all this stupid shit, extending Raw to 3 hours, adding in all this content that normal people like myself that actually have jobs and family and responsibilities can't keep up with. So I just find it funny that, like, he's criticizing WWE, but he's really responsible for the downfall of wrestling. Not only WWE, but wrestling. Wrestling used to be cool in the 90s and in the 2000s with the Ruthless Aggression era. And he really ushered in the PG era, which made it a joke. But that's really all I wanted to talk about, those 2 points right there. But I saw, he made his appearance. And I really think he's going to be gradually reintroduced into the spotlight, into the limelight. And I think people are going to forget about these allegations after a while, because that's kind of what always happens with allegations like this. Sometimes there's a really vile reaction, and then time passes and people forget about it. So I really think he's going to be gradually reintroduced into the spotlight. Not saying he's going to return to like WWE or something like that, but I think he's going to become more public as time goes on. And we've seen him make more public appearances. I remember he was at the Super Bowl a few months back. And time really heals most wounds, especially when it's something like this that's not something that he's been criminally convicted of yet. So I do see him doing more public appearances in the future. Not saying he's going to be like he was, 10 years ago, but I think he's going to be reintroduced into the spotlight. So I just wanted to do a little quick video on that. But let me know what you think in the comments below. There you go, people.